Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is an impromptu live, but I know today is it's a made up holiday, right? I totally get it. Uh, they want you to salute a saint, Saint Valentine. You know, then they make the little Cupid guy, and the Cupid guy is supposed to run around and shoot people with love, right? But I know there's a lot of hurt people out here, and I know, for whatever reason, this holiday, I mean, it's not really a monumental holiday, right? Score top of the AM Grand Rising. Um, I know there's a lot of hurt and pain that goes on in the world, right? And I know that a lot of people feel like they are going to be a burden. They're going to be, you know, uh, uh, they're going to be in somebody's way when this type of thing. What are you talking about, Squad? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. Okay. Um, like we have to understand that you know people are going crazy and crashing out, and that's what they call it, crashing out, right? All because they feel like nobody cares, nobody's doing this, nobody's doing that. You have to understand that you are worth the love that people may be trying to give you. You have to receive it. Okay, Score, got you. Uh, it doesn't have to, Selena. Good morning, happy Valentine's Day to everybody that's coming in. You have to understand that people genuinely care about you, right? And it doesn't have to be, in a relationship aspect, right? You could say I love you to somebody, and it's not, a come on tactic. It's not because, he's fine or she's cute or whatever it is. Love is not the love that people are trying to give you does not lead you, may not lead you in that direction. So we have to receive it. There may not be an ulterior motive. Love and admiration can be something that some people are just giving it to somebody because they understand that they have the compassion to do so, and that there's somebody that out there that really needs that love, right? It's not, what do they call it now? Love bombing. It has nothing to do with love bombing. It just has to do with you have that love that's, that is given to each and every one of us. And you are allowing yourself to explore and give it to people that truly needs it, right? There are atmosphere, good morning, still morning time. Um, you have to understand that I can love my brother. I can love my sister. Like I can love atmosphere. I can love Selena. I can love Scorpion. Scorp. And it has nothing to do with, no Diddy conversation, right? For the fellas, right? No, because Selena is beautiful. I just love her because I want to have a sexual relationship with her, right? There are people out here that should truly and genuinely love people just because they have it in their heart to do so, right? There's people that's really in need of this love but won't receive it. My 33 brother, what's going on with you? What up, nah? And it's just sad that people have to feel there's an ulterior motive because the world around them is so cruel with themselves that they have to they have to guard themselves, right? Like, right, it's just unbelievable. Right now, here I am telling you that I can love people and know good and well that there are people that's willing to take advantage of that. I don't care about being taken care of taken advantage of, excuse me, at this particular point. Why? Because if you don't understand why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, I can't help that. If you can't receive why I'm doing it, if it looks crazy to you, if it looks sad to you, if it looks stupid to you, I can't help that. My goal is to make sure that I am who I am, right? If I'm genuinely checking on you, if I'm genuinely worried about you, if I if I genuinely, show that like I rock with you, right? If I say I rock with you, I that should be an understanding that I genuinely care for you, right? I may not be I may not be in your if you're a content creator, I may not be in your lives all the time. I may not I may not be able to get there. That does not mean I don't care about your well being. It doesn't mean that, you know, I'm not worried about you from time to time because I understand that some people want privacy. But when I see people going through a situation, I want to be there for them. Right? I'll give y'all an example. My 33 brother, he goes through situations. I check on him. It's not to be nosy. It's not to do anything but just to show him that, hey, bro, there's somebody checking on you to make sure that you're okay, right? And for the most part, I don't believe, I know that he understands why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, right? You know what I mean? And it's scary for people when they get that type of attention, they think there's something going on. Oh well, he's trying to be nosy. He's trying to be, he trying to, figure out what I'm doing so he could talk about me or whatever oh, excuse me, I almost cussed my brain out just now. Um, Whatever the hell it is that you would say to yourself, right? But you have to receive the love because it's being given to you, right? Is if it's we take a lot of things that's for free, and for a lot of people, love ain't one of them. I don't know how that works, right? I don't, right? Because if I'm receiving everything else and I can't receive the love, there's something wrong with me, right? It has to be because love is a priceless gift. Love is something that not a lot of people get. So if I say I love you, it should be it should be viewed and seen if that's genuine or not. I'll give you that. I understand that part. But if my consistency is to to show that I'm doing the things that I'm doing on an everyday basis, what are you waiting for to receive it? Right? It's not about me, right? It's about people not understanding that people truly care about them. I'm sorry, I just went on a rant, right? As I just sat here and watched somebody go crash themselves out on live, and there's people telling this individual, nah, don't do this, don't do that, don't listen, yo, chill out. And I understand there's broken people in the world, right? It's one of the reasons why as Selena would know, I would come up there and pray for people, right? When I see somebody going through a situation, I would pray for them. I would say, I hope you get well soon. I will hope to do that's a form of love. I don't know if these people received it or not, but if they do, they have to accept that, hey, somebody cares about me. Somebody really checked on me. I don't even know this individual, but somebody checked on me, right? And so I get worried because even on this minor holiday, right? But it's a day of love that people are trying to portray. And there are people that's so afraid of receiving the love that they'll ignore it and it just go haywire, go crazy. And I don't know how that works, right? I get it that everyday life is occurring. But the term is life be lifing, right? But at the same time, you have to understand ain't no person with compassion going to just sit there and watch you go through a situation that you're going through. If you're hurt, I'm here for you, right? If you need to talk, I'm here for you. Those are genuine love attributes that's telling you like you don't have to do this by yourself. But because there's so many people that's broken in the world today, they're not willing to understand that there's somebody who is genuine enough to actually give what they're giving. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You have to you have to be receptive of the compassion that's being poured onto you, right? You don't have to receive the nonsense. You don't have to receive the bullshit that goes on around you. But you are so afraid that that love is so triggering to you that you're going to get hurt, that you refuse to receive the love that somebody's giving to you. I don't know how maybe I'm just different, right? Maybe I'm just what they would call me, a simp, right? Maybe I'm a simp. But if I'm a simp for love, it's because I have a lot of it. I have enough to give to somebody that's in need of it, or that wants it, or that desires it. And it does not have to be in that relationship aspect that everybody thinks that it has to be in. I'm a human being. I want people to be well. And sometimes being well is to understand that love is involved in that situation. You can't just keep going through the bullshit and don't think somebody's not going to give a fuck about you. Excuse my language. Now the passion's got about to come out of me, and I apologize. But God damn it, I can't sit there and watch a motherfucker go through some bullshit and sit there and say nothing. You understand? I can't do that. That's not who I am. And for those of you that have been around me for the longest period of time, you understand I'm not going to sit there and watch you go through no thing like that, right? I feel I don't feel like it's an obligation to the people that subscribe to me to not check on them or not care about them or whatever the hell people think that negative attribute is of loving somebody. I'm going to check on you because there are people that you may not have that obligation. You may not have that opportunity to talk to somebody. You may be afraid to expose yourself or whatever the case may be. But a simple "How are you doing?" should be a gateway to, well, maybe he does care, right? Maybe because some people have used those ulterior motives in the love tactic. It doesn't mean that you are one of them, right? This is the discernment that we always talk about. Everybody says they have discernment. Everybody say they want to manifest something. So if you want to have discernment, if you want to have manifestation, why are you not receiving the love that is in front of you? I think I just lost you, word. Um, why is that so hard for you to receive, right? No, it's not starting nothing, Scorp. It's supposed to be a day of love. And soon as you tune into something, you see somebody wilding out, right? You see somebody going through this thing because maybe they thinking about their loved one that they lost. Somebody thinking about their mom. Somebody thinking about their dad. Somebody thinking about that child that they lost, or that grandparent that was so admired and loved by the individual. They say, you know what? The hell with this shit. I don't want to be a part of this day. Scorp, that's you? Scorpio, that's you? Ain't no picture here. I'm going to hold off, Scorp. I see you in the background. I think this is you, Scorpio Lace. Is that you? I can't tell if it's you or not, Scorp. So tell me something. I'm not going to add you to, because right now I'm not. You know what I mean? It's not a disrespect. I just need to know it's you though. But You can't keep going through life with the doubts of somebody not caring about you. You can't keep going through life, with that hardened heart. You have to receive the love because it illuminates, it brightens, it makes the person a welcoming person. You know what I mean? So you have to understand that it's just a person that you are worthy of the love, right? But you have to receive it and understand why the love is being given to you in the first place. Like I will not. I'm not here to love bomb. Of course, I could tell people I love them. I could tell Word I love them. I could tell Selena I love her. I could tell all of you guys that I love you. But now after that, I have to do my part. I just asked you, screw up, so you could come up. It's okay. You could come up. I just ain't. It said Scorpio lock, and I'm looking at Scorpio Mama. So don't mind me. It wasn't no disrespectful attempt, Scorpio. If you want to come up, you can hit the link. I just didn't know who it was. Um, yeah, but I can't sit back and just watch y'all go through a situation. Like sometimes, like sometimes I just can't sit there and watch it. You know what I mean? It be times I know Scorp. I seen you backstage. I seen you backstage. I didn't know who you was. That's why I was asking if that's you. Say something. But like I said, you are welcome to come up. But you can hit the link again. Now that I know it's you, I'll do what I do. I'll let you up so you can say what you need to say. Um, like it's times that I get upset because there's certain people that goes through a situation and I don't know how to approach it to show them that I'm there because they may worry that I have an ulterior motive. That's not something that I can stand by and do, right? But I also, at the same time want to show you that everything's gonna be okay. I got your back. Right, that's a form of love too. We have to receive that. People really want the people want that warmth, that comfort, that somebody really cares about me. But it's also up to you to receive it, because if you don't receive it, nobody knows how to bring it back to you, because they're afraid that they are bothering you and not helping you when you're not receiving of this thing. And that's the thing, that I try to continuously talk about. That's the thing that I try to allow people to understand. I'm not that type of person. And hopefully on an everyday aspect, you know you guys can see that I am not that type of individual. I'm not that person that's going to sit there and abuse the privilege of being in somebody's life. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that you're okay at bare minimum, right? My bad, my 33 brother. What up, though?
What up, though? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Let me make sure the mic is connected. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, man. That's the 33 in you, bro. The way you approaching the conversation, you giving clarity to the intention, right? And it's times on here, bro. I see people crash out different ways, and like if it's like emotional, um, it's like sometimes you let people get all that out of them. If it's mental and they talking about doing something, then that's when a lot of times, you have to step in. But if it's physical, it's like if you care about the person, bro, uh, sometimes you got to slap them up, man. So there's different ways to intervene when you see people going the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? If you care about them, and that's the thing. It's like it's not only your intent, but it's how they interpret your intent. So I appreciate the way you approaching the conversation, because like oftentimes, especially when people are in a mind state and they are not only, they going the wrong direction, I said it like that, or they doing something out of character, or you see something wrong and you want to help them. A lot of times when they're in their mind state, they not receptive. They feel they're already in a defensive mode. So they feel everything's an attack. So like I just had to learn over the years, bro, just how to approach every situation, and it's on an individual case by case. There's no cheat code. That if this person is real, that shit don't really exist. I mean, they have similarities and standards, but it's literally case by case how you approach people. Some people are very approachable. Some people are understanding and will listen. Some people not. You have to wait till the right time to effectively communicate with them. You can communicate with them, but if you want to be effective, you want the person to be receptive, you got to make sure they ain't in defensive mode, unless you got the skills and abilities to kind of, take people out of that mode. But that in
Right.
itself is on an individual basis too. So, um, but just laying your intent down, if people see your consistency and recognize it as just that, even in that mode of defense, they recognize like, this person is not attacking me. And people who close to me, they know when I get in their shit, it's for a reason. Because I usually, like I said, I let people live and learn. But if I get in your shit, then it's like this needs to be corrected right now. And this is out of love. It might seem like I'm being aggressive, but that's what this situation calls for. You know.
Mm.
So man, that shit I just
It's
seen, bro. Like I seen
right.
shit before, but I didn't see it. But I seen that, and I'm looking like, bro, that's like, bro, they use that for people who want hospital, bro. Like just being an anesthesia assistant for the last 13 years, I know what, especially narcotics like morphine. I'm gonna say it like that. And stuff like I know how they
Mm.
do, and then you taking other substances, you drinking. I'm like, I didn't even know you was drinking too. I'm like, bro, you doing all this on live. What the hell? You crying out for help, and I'm listening to them, bro. And they like, well, just do it like this. Write things down. I'm like, bro, y'all pampering them. Y'all giving them a out. This is how he functions in this state. You not supposed to. That's pamper. That's helping him achieve. Like, bro, you can't do that. You can't do that. And these people don't know. They think they helping. Like, bro, you fucking the situation up. I'm trying to be nice
Right.
because I know you. I don't know you like that, But like you
Right.
said, I don't have to know you like that to have a genuine love for you, to see you not want to, not only not to see you do bad, but not to hurt yourself. Like, and I'm talking to you, bro. I can't be around nobody and watch them, suffer, and I can't help. Either I'm gonna do one or two things. Either I'm gonna help or I'm gonna get the fuck on. That's it. But I'm not gonna sit there and watch nobody crash out. I ain't fucked up like that. People come on this internet, and that's what they do. They waiting for these people to crash. It's entertainment to them. To me, that shit is unscrupulous. For you to sit there and be entertained by somebody, this ain't no movie. This ain't no TV show, bro. These are real life fucking people, and some of these people are broken. They mentally disturbed, and I'm saying this all out of love and respect. And they got
Right.
problems, and they come on here and they crash out, and people watch shit for entertainment. People will entice the crash out by donating and doing all this other fuck shit, bro. I apologize. I ain't mean to cuss, but I'm just being real, bro. Like this shit is
Nah,
something
but
that we hear today in society, where people are entertained, not only entertained, but encouraging other people to crash out. Like, what if that was your mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, somebody in your family you ain't know they was on the internet doing some crazy shit like this? Like that shit wild, bro.
yeah, it is. And like I said, I'm one of them people that I associate with you, right? I don't have, for example, I don't have a background conversation with Scorp, right? And I understand, she's trying to, express how she feels, right? I just, it's just the simple things that I do. Like if I'm consistently, hey Scorp, how you doing? Hope everything well, how the grandkids, so on and so forth. This is not for fucking show. You understand? I do this because I genuinely care about people. I don't have to fake this to make this. This is who the hell I am, right? I don't sit there and just say, you know what, I love you to everybody and not show the consistency of the trait of love, right? That's like me saying I love you, but I hope you die. That doesn't. that doesn't compute, that doesn't work together. You understand what I'm saying? I can't sit there and watch somebody go through a thing, right? We know people that has gone through things, right? Like how, for example, you was feeling a way about Papa Will, God bless the dead, right? Yeah, you felt some way. What did we do? We sat there, we had a conversation. Yo, we got to show this man some love. How do you want to approach this? How do you want to do this? How do you want to do that? Right? All because it's not, you grieve somebody that you called a friend. You show love to a person that you called a friend. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm not going to sit there and watch you say, you know what? This is not what you would do, but you turn around and say, fuck the world, my man, excuse me, my guy just passed away. I'm act like a piece of shit. I'm crashing out because I lost this person and I love them. I'm not gonna sit there and let you go through that. And if you're a female going through that, I definitely ain't gonna do that. But it's not because I want to have sex with you. It's not because I I think you could be my girl or whatever. That's not the case. Love does not mean that you have to have that sexual relationship. Love means that you can have a relationship of admiration and respect. That's just the highest form of the respect that you have for a person. And when you show that, it doesn't mean that somebody is willing to take advantage of you because you said that. I get it that people say that love bombing is in effect, right? But it's about the person's actions. You have to understand the person's action. And if you don't, that's understandable. I will do the best that I can not to trigger a moment of relapse for you or whatever it is that you think the ulterior motive is. My action should speak for itself. My consistency should speak for itself. But if you don't know how to receive it, I will do the best that I can to allow you to see the genuineness of it. And if you can't, then all I can do is leave it on the table.
Yeah, bro. It's And that's what I'm saying, especially like online, it's kind of hard, bro. That's why I always had it, for me, is like an open door policy. All I ask for is respect, man. I mean, I don't even consider a person asking for clarity as someone checking you. You know, people get that notion too, like, oh, because you said something I did or might have did, you checking me. Like, nah, bro. But you can be respectful when you do it, right? That you can be respectful. And that's all, because if I do it, I'm gonna be respectful. If I ask, I'm just asking for clarification. If we cool, I should be able to come to you and ask you that, or talk to you, you know. But this is online, so people, like you said, people, because they experience things in the past, they may feel like you coming at them when you not. You just asking for clarity. I mean, I think that's better. Like for me, I'd rather for people to come to me and ask me if I did A, B, or C than assume and be ruminating on a thought, and then next thing you know, you start believing what you assuming, and like that's how shit get all fucked up. That's what communication fails. So, like with me, if I feel some type of way, it's like either I'm gonna deal with it or I'm not. Either I'm gonna let it go or I'm gonna say something about it. If people close to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. If we building together, like if we got some type of relationship where we benefit one another, I'm gonna definitely say something. If we don't, I just be like, if I feel some type of way, I'm not gonna address it. I'm not gonna make it a problem. But if it become a problem, I have no problem walking away from people. That's one thing I don't have a problem with. There's a billion people on this planet. Everybody ain't gonna be for everybody. And if we can't efficiently, effectively communicate how we think and how we feel, then I don't see the point of even interacting, because eventually that's going to become a problem. Being able not to do that will create difficulty. And that's just my personal experience, and that's how I live my life, right? So I live, I don't want to say the path of less resistance because I take a long, hard path, but
Hmm.
I don't put extra loads on me because I know my journey is long. So some things I don't make issues because it's not. And people want to. I never had an intent to make an issue with a person. It's hard enough trying to deal with myself. So if I feel myself like where I'm contemplating negative things about a person, I don't need to be around them. It's as simple as that because that becomes a distraction.
Right.
Me thinking negative about other people, to me, that's a distraction, bro. Because that's gonna take energy away from me doing positive things. Not only am I putting myself off, but the things I can do and possibly help the people in a positive way to do some fuck shit because somebody made me feel negative against them. And that's these lessons I'm learning deeper because I just did that. Dude pissed me off talking about my character, talking about my business, and what I do. I did. I had fun with it, but even that was a distraction. But I'm gonna take the opportunity to learn from it. I'm gonna take the opportunity to grow from it and move forward. That's it.
Scorp, that's one of the reasons why, for me, I don't put the camera on me, right? Because it's not about my face. Don't worry about, like, not you personally. This is not, you per se, right? So please don't take it wrong, right? My job is to make sure that the message is being received. And if it takes you to see my face in order for you to receive the message, then I'm in the wrong place. No disrespect to anybody, right? It's not a no, no, I'm not an ugly dude. Let's get that straight. Right? I'm not an ugly dude, but it's not about my face, it's about my message, right? It's about my actions. It's about me caring about somebody in that type of capacity, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's so many testimonies that I can sit there and speak about. Like I said, if you've spoken to me in the background, right? Not on this app, right? You could say, well, either he's the same as he is on YouTube or he's not, right? That's not my place to judge. I'm not judging myself. All I can do is allow my actions to speak the words that it needs to speak, right? So of course, when somebody's going through something, it's so many times that, I've seen certain people go through a thing, right? And I want to say something, but I don't know how they're going to receive it. So all I can do is just sit there and say, you know what, maybe in a couple of days I could address that person and say I was worried about you or whatever the case may be. Maybe I need to allow them to calm down. But for me to allow them to understand that I was there for them is the point and goal that I try to put out there on a consistent everyday basis. And if I don't do that, then it's not about people saying he's full of shit. For me, it's like, okay, I know what I'm here for. I'm not worried about if you think I'm full of shit or not, right? I'm here to show you that there's somebody that can actually care about you with how do you say this? With no strings attached. I guess that's the best way to put it. Because when you love somebody, there is a string, right? Because the caring of a person, it may it may seem like you got to give it back, but it's not, right? But if you're doing this for the authenticity, for the genuineness of that friendship, that associate, even in an association, you can show love. People don't even understand that part. Why? Because you think somebody is out to get you, take your spot, whatever the case may be. It's not about that. I genuinely care about people. Somebody was going through a situation last night, right? And I couldn't even say anything because that person, they was going through it so bad that I didn't want to trigger them, even though I know that's not my intent. But my intent can't trump somebody's feelings. You understand what I'm saying? My intent could be genuine, but if you don't receive it, what can I do about that? It doesn't mean that I hate you at all, right? It doesn't mean that at all. Uh, it just means that I'm trying to do something to show you that I care. But if you can't receive it, there's nothing I can do about that. But I still have to be me to show the authenticity of the scenario, right? All right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I want people to understand going forward, right? You don't have to go through these type of situations because uh you feel like you alone. You feel like somebody's going to misrepresent you or use you or whatever the case may be. There are people out here that genuinely want you to be the best version of yourself. There are true people that truly want you to understand that they genuinely love you. Not the love that everybody portrays, that soap opera love and all of that nonsense, right? But love come in many forms and packages, right? We have to be available to understand all of the different aspects of love. And when we do, we can say, you know what, I can understand that. And it's not about why you, right? Because if you keep saying why me, you missing the value of yourself. Why you? Because you deserve it. Why you? Because you need that. Why not you? Why not ask that question? Why not me? Why don't I deserve a good friend like that? Why don't I deserve the attention of my associate that's worrying and checking on me? Right? If you understood how many times people say, you know what, you're doing too much. Why? Because I'm saying I hope all is well with you on a weekly basis. Because I want the best for you. You don't want to receive that. Then that's that. No disrespect to nobody. That speaks more about you than it does me, right? It means that you are not ready to be in a situation that somebody cares about you. That's just the truth of the matter. And if that is the truth of the matter, then it's up to you to want to receive the help that you need, right? Sometimes love can injure a person. I understand that because it's triggering. The last person that said they love me, they put they put their fist to my face. Or the last person that said they love me, they tried to hit me with a car. Or the last person that said they love me, they drained my bank account and left me desolate, right? That's that. I can't, like, we have to stop letting one situation ruin a whole opportunity of bigger results, right? We have to stop letting the minority become the majority. If that's what you want to do, this is the opportunity to say, you know what, this one person that cares about me, it should outweigh the nine that don't like me. It should outweigh the nine that's talking about me. If I'm short, I'm short, right? I can't worry about people saying that I'm short, right? Or I can't say if people don't like the fact that I use extensions in my hair, or you know what I mean? Like those type of situations. We have to let that one help us to elevate ourselves, right? And that's the one thing I know for sure that love can do, right? We can only add to people's love, right? We can't love an individual more than they love themselves. If that's the case, then that's another thing that a situation we would have to work on, because my love for you cannot be stronger than your love for yourself. But that's the helping aspect of a situation, right? We say we love you because we want you to be the best version of yourself. And if you don't love yourself, then you have to pick yourself up. We're here to add to it, not not to take away from, even though that's what a lot of people do. And if that's your situation, I truly apologize about that. But on this day of love, right, we just want people to know it's okay to receive the love from somebody that is really trying to give it to you, right? Whether it's a man to a woman to a man to a man, or a woman to a woman. These things can exist in everyday life. You just have to be able to embrace the situation, right? You know, part of part of the 9%, right, is we genuinely check on each other, right? If you don't have the opportunity to go on live as much as you used to, right? For example, Tay is, she's in the work field now, right? But that doesn't mean that we don't get to check on her and say, are you okay? And things like that, because at the end of the day, you have to take care of your family. And if we don't check on you, we're not, you know, a part of the family. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that we have to do going forward. Those are the things that we need to do, whether it's Tay, whether it's Santina, whether it's BDB, whether it's the word, but whoever it is, like score. Like I said, I check on. I ask Scorp all the time. How you doing, Miss Chicago? I ask Miss Chicago all the time. How you doing? Hope everything is well with you. Right? You do that because you want people to understand there's a genuineness that you are as a person, and you want them to receive that as a token of gratitude, or dare I say, a token of love that you are trying to put out there for the individuals, right? It's out of respect, but with respect, love is involved with respect too, the admiration of somebody. You have to allow people to understand that this is a genuine situation. Like, after this, I'm going to go check on somebody that hasn't been live in a couple of days. I know she's been working and things like that, but in order for me to be the person that I am, I have to check on them, right? Like I said, there's been people that's been in and out of my life, right? And I'm not talking about a death situation, but they may have moved on. That does not mean that I don't care about them, right? You know what I mean? Like, I see atmosphere, right? He's busy, but that does not mean I don't care about what he's going through, right? Uh, 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 when you have that compassion and love for somebody, you're always going to want the best for them. And it's just a situation today that I seen today that I couldn't just sit back and not say nothing, right? I don't want nobody to crash out. I don't want nobody to feel empty. But in order for that to occur, you must receive the love that's being given to you, right? It's not about, like I said, it's no it's no harm in receiving the love, right? If you receive it, it doesn't mean that you got to put your guards down either. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you're going to receive it, see what is. I love you, Meek. I swear to God, I was just talking about you, like just now, and here you are. You popped up. How you feeling, Meek? What's going on with you? Happy Valentine's Day. Um, these are the things that you need to do going forward in life. Because I'm not going to sit there and allow you to crash. If I know you, I ain't trying to let you crash out. Right? My intent is pure. Right? I'm not going to sit there and say, you know what? I'm allow you to just go ahead and crash out. That's true, though, Meek. That's true. That's true. That's true. And I'm gonna tell you to your face what I said. But nah, yeah, I'm not gonna let you crash out though, right? Like, I know this is one of those days that may be hard for people, but what I saw today is something that I can't allow to happen. Even if I just met you, I can't sit there and watch you go through that situation, right? It's just the compassion that is in my storehouse. It's the compassion that God has given me. It's that little seed that God has given me that is brewing because somebody needs to have some of what I have. And as it elevates, as it develops, right? That's what I just said. The same thing. Me, I promise you. Um, it's that little aspect that says, you know what, there's a person out there that really needs that. What good is me having it and not sharing it for somebody? It's a waste of an ability. It's a waste of a gift. It's a waste of an attribute that you are having all of these things and nobody's able to use it or see it or receive it. So this is my consistent thing that I try to do every day. You understand? Like, if you go outside and you see, like, you're gonna care, like, you're gonna care about that person that's out in tent city, right? Or under the bridge or whatever. They're gonna have to want the help though. So you forcing it on somebody is not good. I'm not saying force people to receive the love that you have. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that um you gotta understand that somebody is trying to give it to you. That's the first step in understanding what it is really about. I'm cool, Gary. Building legacy and doing life. I'm in that great space. Things. No, absolutely, me. And that's what I was just saying. Like, I get that life be life, and but if I don't see you, if you like me and you, right? If I don't see you, I don't see you making content. I'm gonna turn around and say, "Hey, girl, you good? You all right? What's going on? All right, I ain't see you in a couple of weeks. All right, just checking on you. You know that some people would take that they get triggered by somebody doing something like that. You understand? And that's not the point that I'm trying to make. I'm trying to say if I rock with you, um, I'm going to do that, right? Like, there's people that's been missing for a while. I can't get in contact with them. It does not mean I don't care about them. It does not mean I don't love them. It's just the fact that there's nothing I could do about that. But hopefully down the line they could understand that the love and the concern and the is of a genuine place. If they can't understand that, then I don't know what to tell them. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, that's just who I am. That's the consistency that I try to show. This is not an act for me. I really do this. If you understood the situations that goes on in my family, excuse me, they can tell you this themselves. Like, I don't care what I'm going through. My big cousin or my little cousin or my uncle or my little brother or my big brother or whatever it is, he's trying to show that, no matter what, he's going to accept me for who I am. He tried to take me out the street. He's offered his home to me if I'm going through a tough situation. That is a genuine thing. And it just can't be for people that you know. It has to be for people that you get into to associate with as well, right? Just imagine if I didn't care, like Meek is here. Just imagine if I didn't care about a situation. Meek tells the story all the time. She was driving from one state to another state, and it was just me and her. Um, it was just me and her just conversing all the way till she got to the destination. So what was it? Maybe 2.5, 3 hours. We just conversated all the way through. She did a live. I rode with her to the destination. Right? You do that because you genuinely care about a person. Now how would I would have felt if I would have just dipped off and then God forbid something would have happened to her? Right? I'm like, damn, I just spoke to her and then I left and then that occurred. Nah, I can't live with that. Right? You have to understand that the reception of love is a necessity in order for you to see that somebody cares about you. Right? The time for talking is over, right? You can say I love you now. Put it on display, right? Me, look, yep. This is what I'm saying. We did this. This is me putting that on display. I didn't have to be on there for hours with her, but the fact that I did it, it allows her to understand. Well, this little joker is crazy, or he really cares about me. Those are the two options that she really had to discover in that whole entire time, right? It's easy for somebody to say, well, what the hell are you driving 4 hours to go to church for? You love the Lord, but you don't love yourself to take care of yourself or this, that, and the third. That conversation never occurred. Well, Meek, when you get there, pray for me. Meek, when you get there, receive what God has in store for you. Well, Meek, I'm glad that God has given you traveling mercies. All of these things was being spoken about. It was not like, you know what, Meek, girl, I think you look good, girl. You look good in that dress or this, that. It was never about that. We never even had a conversation like that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing that people have to understand. You have to receive the love that is being given unto you, right? Just imagine if you did, you would understand that, hey, there's somebody that really cares about me, right? And as far as I know, I've never said nothing bad about me per se. If she felt that it was bad, I think she would call me out on that. Right? The consistency of me showing love and the consistency of her receiving it, it makes the dynamic, the friendship that much better because why you allow people to feel comfortable. You allow the person to feel comfortable to say, you know what, I think I could talk to this person because he has never insulted me or she has never insulted me. She has never or he has never made me feel a way that I can't talk to them. They are available when I do call, and if not, they find a way to get back to me to make themselves available for me to talk to them. That's who I am. That's why I can say receive the love because I genuinely do this. I do this all the time. You understand? It's not like I said. For me, it's not an act. It's not. It's not something that you put on display for entertain. This is not an entertainment purpose situation. It's a genuine act. for people to understand that, yo, somebody really cares about me. It's just time for people to receive that love. We're so busy fighting the nonsense and the bullshit that goes on that's against them, that they're not willing to say, you know what, that person really want to be there for me. We're so busy sitting there worrying about if somebody's in competition with me, but you're not listening to understand that they care about you. We need to stop that nonsense before it gets us further and further away from the truth. And the truth of the matter is that there are people that is willing to love you in the capacity that you need them to love you. But the question is, are you willing to receive it? Everybody talks about God and God is love and all of this and that. How are you not receptive of the love that God is trying to give you? These are the questions that you got to ask yourself. Do I need to work on myself? Do I need to work on me? I'm talking about me now. Do I need to work on myself to show that, to be received, that I'm the person that I said I want to be, right? I can't speak for everybody else. What do I need to do? This is why if I'm doing something wrong, I have to take the correction as a constructive criticism, instead of criticism nonetheless. I have to see if it helps me elevate. If it doesn't work, I can still say thank you. If it does work, I'm going to say thank you. And then you could bet your bottom dollar I'm going to receive you as a different person because you have helped me to elevate myself in a wrong situation. Right. And that's what I'm saying. If God is love, right? God is love, but you don't want to receive the love. You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead, right? But if love, what are they going to say about love then? If love without reception is going to perish, right? You can't plant that seed of love on stony ground. You can't plant that seed of love in a thorny bush. It's not going. You're going to prick yourself. It's going to hurt. The fact of the matter is, love is going to hurt regardless. That's a true statement because when you love somebody, you got to go through the good. You got to go through the bad with the individual. That's just a fact of life, right? And we have to understand that as we go forward. Right. And that's the thing that I want people to understand. But what I saw this morning was so disturbing. And it's, I'm not going to call the name out, right? Because that individual is definitely going through something. But I just met the individual no longer than a week ago. But I can't sit there and allow that individual to crash out like that. Man, what are you doing? You know that people love you. It don't matter if you believe in God or not. It doesn't matter. If you don't believe in God, I still know that God is within me. I still know God has given me this gift of concern, of discernment, of love, and all of those attributes. I can't just let it sit there while I'm sitting there watching somebody go through a situation where they're going to crash out. That's not me. That has never been me. And as you know, when God has placed you in the right situation, there's been people in your life to stir that gift up, right? You know, whether it was your big mama, whether it was your mama, whether it was your daddy, somebody showed you the compassion. It's now time for you to have that compassion pour out of you. And if you can't receive the gift of love, then there's something that you as an individual need to work on. But here's the thing though. I'm not going to give up on you as you work to find that answer. As long as you finding that answer or you trying to find that answer, I will be there with you, hand in hand, foot by foot, step by step, if necessary. Why? Because no man or woman is supposed to go through a situation by themselves. We may be born alone, we may die alone, but in between that time, we have to understand that we are made to be a helpmate. It's not a. It may be a seasonal helpmate, right? Like Target. They had their Christmas rush. They had to let some people go, right? Because the season is over where you need all hands on deck, right? And in this life that we live in, I may be there only for a season. Even as much as I want to be there for a full term, I have to understand that people are going to cut me off too. Does it hurt? Absolutely, it hurts. But I have to understand in order for them to grow, they need to go somewhere where I'm not involved. And I have to live with that. And as much as I don't want to accept it, I have to accept that. Like I said, it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt, right? But as long as they know, even if they cut me off, they could circle back because the genuineness of the friendship, excuse me, the genuineness of the association, the genuineness of whatever it is that we have is is based on love. Love is going to exist in that situation, right? And that's the thing that we have to understand, right? Me, you got to go two by two. Now, just imagine in order you have to reproduce the love that occurs, right? I could love you, but if I'm the only one loving you, there's no reproduction of it because you're not receiving it. And that's the thing that I want people to understand. Just because somebody, you can't, as much as you love yourself, as much as you love yourself, there's no reproduction of the love because it's already being stored in you. Like I said earlier, no, it's not. Because if it's genuine, you understand. I can call you and and not, I'm circling back into your life, right? We didn't speak for 3 weeks. Let's just go with that. We didn't speak for 3 weeks, right? We didn't speak for 6 months or whatever, right? For whatever reason, you understood if you picked up the phone and called me that I'm going to answer regardless. Why? Because we have established that friendship. We have established that association. Like, hey, girl, what's going on? Hey, I heard you getting married. Look at me speaking this into existence, y'all. She ain't gonna tell me yet, but she still owe me. I'm still waiting for my finder's fee. Only me and her know what I'm talking about right now. But anyway, I'm like, hey girl, what's going on? How's Mr. Man? How's baby girl? Yeah, okay, y'all getting married? Get out of here, right? You know, Meek, like I can sit there like Meek. Remember when you was getting ready to turn around and head back because you didn't want to stand on the foundation that God told you to move and this, that, or the third? And she be like, you know what? I never was going to. I'm like, you know, and I know what the conversation was. You know what I'm saying? But we can have that conversation out of love because she received the fact that, hey, my intent was to be there for her in any way possible, just to be an ear for her to vent. If she needed a shoulder to cry on, I would have been there for her. We have that understanding. She was willing to receive that, and that's what makes things go right. We have to stop worrying about what happened yesterday because you know what, I ain't even going to, you know what, yeah, okay. Like I said, we're going to have a good Thanksgiving this year because there's going to be something in the turkey. Oops, I'm sorry, Meek. I ain't mean to say that out loud, but when I say things, sometimes it happens to be in that format. But anyway, you have to be able to receive the genuineness of the conversation, the genuineness of the concern that I have for you. Right? It's been people that I've been worried about, and I reach out. I can't reach them. Well, maybe they block me. Maybe they, whatever the situation is, I can't I can't stop being who I am. I am who I am, right? That's the basis of my life. That is the very bottom of who I am right now. It doesn't mean that I can't love somebody at their highest point or at my highest point and be concerned about them, right? It's just the basis. It's just the foundation that I am standing on because I am a genuine person and I want everybody to receive the fact that I am a caring person. Now it's up to you to receive that. I can't sit there and make nobody receive nothing. All I can do is be myself. But what I'm saying is, it's okay to receive something because we receive all the other bullshit that goes on. So why are we not receiving the love that is being brought to our attention or being brought to our way, or the seed of love that wants to be planted in a friendship manner or an associate manner? Right? It don't have, like I said, it don't have to be because you cute, right? A man and a woman, people say a man and a woman can't be friends. Why the hell not? I'm like, I may not never meet these people in real life, right? I never met Meek in real life, but I can call her my friend. I could call her my sis. I could say that I love her, right? It doesn't have to be a situation where they're trying to have a sexual conquest. It's not always about that. Sex is the furthest thing from love. It's just to consummate the love. This is what people don't understand. When you want to consummate a thing, you go to that last resort. I don't have to consummate this thing with everybody because my actions should be enough. If I'm sitting there saying, if you need a friend, call me, that should be enough. If you call me and it's verified through the phone call, that should be enough. It allows you to understand I can receive this person's love because he's shown that he said whatever he said he has done. He's confirmed it. You have confirmed it. Why not just receive what they are trying to give you? And that's the thing that we need to do going forward. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because on this day of love, there are people that they won't receive it for whatever reason. And the sad part is, this is one of those days, not because they are telling you to make it about love. Let's receive the love because you actually need to receive the love. That's the point of that's the reason why love is important, because we all need it in one shape, form, fashion, or manner. The question is, why are you not willing to receive it when it's available for you? These are the things that you have to look at as this weekend comes around, right? We know that there's people up there buying flowers. We know that there's people that's getting gifts of rings and jewelry and going out to dinner, right? I don't have to buy. I'm not here to buy your love. If I'm buying your love, it's because well, let me rephrase that. If I'm buying your love, it's through the consistency of who I'm trying to be. If that's being brought, then I'm willing to pay for that. How about that? Let me say it as simple as that. If I'm going to buy your love, it's going to be through my consistency. It's going to be because I really want you to see that it is available for you. It is because I want you to know that you are worthy of the love, right? And that's the best way. If I have to buy it that way, then call me a sucker, call me a simp, call me whatever you want to call me. But you will know that the love that I have for you is authentic. The question is, are you going to receive it? That's the question that I have. I mean, that's the point that is being made here, right? It's no more questioning. If you still questioning it, then continue to watch the individual that's trying to be a part of your life. It don't have to be me, it could be anybody. Watch their consistency. If they say they trying to be a part of your life, what are they doing? Right? If they checking on you, they care. Right? Is they asking anything that they can do, they care. Right? They trying to show you that love can exist in your life. Like I said, the question is, are you willing to receive it? There should be there probably ain't no ulterior motive, but because you have been so hurt, that's the first thing that's your defense to a person that's trying to be offensive to show you that they trying to show you love. And if that's what you're doing, and if you're allowing that good thing to pass, then it's time for you to really examine yourself, because the reception of love can only add to you and not really subtract you, because nobody's here to love bomb you and take away and make you vulnerable. We're just here to add to a situation that you are in need of, and that's just the purpose of what we're doing. So just remember, guys, that as I'm about to end, because I'm running out of my words. I sounded just like me just now as I'm running out of my words. But anyway, just understand that there are people out here that who really wants the best for you. And if they want the best for you, they trying to show you that the love is for you. The question is, are you willing to receive it? Right? And even if it's too hot for you, we will tone it down, or we will give you the gloves so you can handle the love and embrace the love. But whatever we're doing, we want you to receive it at your discretion and understand that it is a genuine thing to to do, as far as embracing the or receiving the love that God is trying to place in your life, even if it's seasonal, right? The seed is being planted. Now it's up to us to water it, give it the light that it needs, and allow it to blossom in our life. But you have to be willing to receive that in order for it to occur. With that being said, guys, I truly appreciate you guys coming up, and I apologize for 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 any uh passionate things that I may have said. But sometimes you have to display that passion so people can really see that you are really going for what you feel like your point is, right? I just want you guys to understand that you are all worthy of love, right? You are worthy of love. Even if you at your lowest point, there's somebody that's going to love you enough to say, hey, give me your hand. I'm willing to lift you up. I'm willing to hold your hand until you become that best version of yourself and not sitting in the hills continuously just looking up. I mean, in the valley, continuously looking up to the hills from which your help may come. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, you know what I'm saying? We have to understand that love is available for each and every one of us that are taking a breath that God is allowing us to breathe in, right? But we have to be willing to receive that love in order to know that the love is genuinely for us. You have to receive it. So I appreciate you guys coming through. I'm like I said, this was an impromptu. I wasn't even going to have this conversation, but what I saw, I had to allow people to understand that, if I'm around you, if I'm rocking with you, if I love you as I say I love you, I have to continuously put that on display. And on this day of love, I don't want nobody to feel like they are not valued, they are not appreciated, and they're not worthy of receiving it. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Until next time, y'all, I'm out.